I can give you my take on it.
Yeah.
About, and Tim will talk to you next week about it in detail, 1984, 1985, I think, Tim moved away to Clare and Luke was running the club and it was going fine, and then it did go downhill. We were in the Four Seasons and there was a night when we were there and I think there was only 11 of us, and we looked around and somebody said it's not really worthwhile going upstairs to sing, and I said I think it is. And then that summer I went to Milltown Malbay to the Willie Clancy School and I met Tim Dennehy there and he asked me how the club was. I said, well, it's really not going well. I think it's going to fold, And he said, it's a great shame. And I said, yes, I'm reluctant to get involved because, so funny. And he said, do you care about it? I said, I do, I think it's great. I said, you should try and get involved. So we actually came back, and my wife Anne and myself, we sort of made a few phone calls around and tried to get people, and we had a meeting where we actually put a structure in place where we would have an ad hoc committee and we would have a guest every third week, and every third guest to be an Irish language guest. Okay. And that's the format that we have adhered to ever since, Yeah. And the money that comes in, it's a small payment, as you know, and that goes to pay for the guests and to support other projects that we run. I'm sure Luke will talk to you about the various projects, broadsheets and stuff like that we've done over the years, and CDs, that we've supported, and books. We supported the Age of Revolution and the Irish song tradition. That would never have been published unless with the support of Góilín, because the money wasn't there. And we supported it, and then we got our money back, but we were able to put the money up and sort of supported the publisher, the Lilliput Press. They said they'd need a certain amount of money to publish it, and we did, and we got the money back, Yeah, Tim and Luke with the Far and T in the early years for years and years and years, and I remember Luke sort of saying, he coming and saying, I don't want to do MC, he said, I can't enjoy myself, and then so at that point we decided that we would try and let it float around and get various other people to do MC, and that's the way it works at the moment, is that we have a rota, and all the people who are on the committee, they do it, not in turn, but we have somebody, and and obviously if it's going to be a Sean-Nose guest, you need somebody who's an Irish speaker, and to be able to introduce them and to interact with them. So, and it does seem to work from that point of view. Now, I have to talk to Tim. I think that's going from very early on. Luke and Tim will talk to you more about that. But that was always that three singers, just sort of break the ice. And the other thing is the question, the famous question. And that's an icebreaker because it has to be controversial. So people will start to argue about it, stuff like that. So and it's got to the stage now where the question now always has 4 or 5 parts to make sure that nobody answers it.